got a tip, there's no debate. I know a gent that'll set you straight. It's Vinny, Vella time. Good fellow who's got what it takes. A New Yorker to make no mistake. It's Vinny, Vella time. And if you're feeling real blue, call on Vinny. He's gonna tell you who's better than you. Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny, Vella time.
Hey, thank you again for having me. This is only a continuation from last week.
That's why we got the same
Lorenzo
clothes
and
on.
Lorenzo and I were sitting here all week with the same clothes on. Anyway.
We had a couple good card games going though, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm gonna miss all of this. Not too much, but I'm gonna miss it to the fact that, you know, my health isn't as good as it used to be, and for me to do a show, and you should see me every week, you know, between getting guests for the show, getting the audience put together for the show. Nothing is scripted. That was taking a lot out of me. You know, my doctor used to tell me that stress kills people. I said, get rid of my wife then. I'm only joking. No, I'm only, honey, if you're watching, I'm only joking. Yeah. And so I'm trying to get rid of whatever kind of stress I've had, and I've gotten rid of quite a few, you know. And so now I'm able to relax more. My doctor says, get as much rest as you can. And with the oxycodone that I'm taking for the painkiller, knocks the hell out of me.
Yeah, I bet.
You know, and that knocks me out. It slows me down quite a bit. My doctor's always telling me, get as much rest as you can. If I rest anymore, I'll be dead. You know, and but there's an old saying: if you wake up in the morning and you have no pain, that means you're dead. You know, so bring it on. Bring on all the pain. Let's go. I can deal with it. Meantime, I want to bring it back to Lorenzo. Now, Lorenzo is my friend. He was gone, I mentioned it in the last segment, he was gone, he had to go to Chicago on business for several days.
Yeah.
And he didn't answer my calls. I was text messaging him, and I'm saying, how come he's not answering my calls? I figured it out. I said, it's because I'm calling him too much, and this guy's probably saying, this guy's going to be a pain in the ass now, since we're hooking up.
No.
I'm not going to answer his calls no more. Maybe he'll slow down a little bit.
No.
You know?
You know what that's like when you're on a set and you're videotaping, you can't.
I realized that,
put the
but
phone
I didn't
off,
realize. I didn't realize all the things that you were doing.
And then it was like, like I explained last time, it was a nightmare. After all that, I was beat. I wanted to get home, and it just one flight canceled after. It was just.
Then all of a sudden you're looking at your phone, and Vinny Vella called
35 times in 1 hour.
Because I started to worry about him. I said, here's a guy taking over the show. I can't even get a hold of him.
You thought maybe like I took off, I wasn't coming back,
maybe,
right?
I didn't know what the hell was going on. I said, oh no, now I got to deal with, Lorenzo got to deal with, but I was just going to say, what's his name? Richard. You know? And I didn't know which way to go with this. I said, stress, I'm supposed to be getting rid of stress. Looks like I'm getting more.
No.
You know?
I got to let you know that I'm honored to take over the show, and I really appreciate and respect that you give me the chance to do this. You know, really. And I'll honor it and hold it up in the highest regard and try to do my best to.
Well, I'm sure you will, because I've dealt with a bunch of people that wanted to be involved,
Right.
taking it over. And I needed to find someone that had a personality, that was almost as good looking as me. I say that right?
I got to get glasses.
We get it. Wait, I got another pair.
That's okay. I won't put them on right now. I got to get sunglasses.
Sunglasses are the best. And I wanted to find somebody with a personality, with a good look, with stories. That's not shy of cameras. And I personally believe I made the right move, you know.
you.
And I got Lorenzo, and but when he started not answering my calls, I said, "Oh no." Now what? We're gonna start all over again.
No.
But
I
then-
always do. I couldn't those couple of days. That's all. You know that now.
But he was gone for a little while. He came back. He apologized, explained his situation, why he didn't answer the phone, and blah 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 blah. And it isn't. You know, I don't. You know, would you rather deal with a thief or a liar? I'd rather deal with a thief. At least this way you know where they're coming
Yeah,
from.
exactly.
A liar,
Right.
you never know what
Right,
to expect.
Right.
So, not that I'm calling him a thief, you know, but he's better than a liar,
Oh,
you know.
gosh.
But I said, you know what, I got the right guy, especially from the guy that introduced me to Lorenzo, and his name was Tommy Patillo,
That's right.
and he's from the group The Duprees. And Tommy's been a friend of mine for years also. So, you know, I said to myself, and I'm a pretty good judge of character, you know, so I know I did the right thing, regardless of how those pills are affecting me. And boy, were they affecting me.
If you stop taking them, you might not want me on the show. You might,
I gotta
you might see
continue.
things different.
Yeah, you're right. So I said, nah, I'm sure I'm doing the right thing. And my wife would say, give it up, just drop it, let him do what he's got to do. Blah, 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 blah. She didn't know you.
Right.
All these negative responses that I was getting. And I just went beyond all of that. I says, you know what? I can't listen to this one. I can't listen to that one. Because this one's a shoemaker. The hell does he know about the business?
Right.
And this other one sells bagels all day long. The hell does he know about the business? You know? And I went with, I don't know what I thought was right. And it turned out that
Right.
what I thought and what I gave up and did, I know I made the right move.
Thank you so much.
I know I made the right move.
Thank you.
And, but I'm still going to be back.
Absolutely.
Not often, but I'll still be back to see how Lorenzo's doing, and I know he's going to be doing fine. And he's got a hell of a show all lined up. And if you want to talk to them about it, that's up to you. And I can't wait to see them.
It's going to work out. I got a couple of pretty good lineup coming up, I believe. So we'll see how that works out. God willing, in January.
Okay.
You know, you gonna watch?
Oh yeah. Well, I know I'm
You
going to
call me
watch.
right after the
I'm
first
gonna
one, let
watch.
me
I'm
know,
gonna
right?
watch. Yeah, well, the first several shows I'm going to watch, you know. And, yeah, I will. And I know they're going to be good. From what you gave me, like a little synopsis
Right.
on what you were planning on doing, that sounded good.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go with my instance again.
Well,
So it sounded good, and so I'm going to take a
it
shot at
should
it.
work out, God willing. you
And
know?
I'm a gambler.
Well, I hope you make out real well on this gamble that you took.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
Getting back to a little bit of your history, but I mean, were your folks born in Italy? Just going way back.
My mother was born in Naples. My father was actually born on Hester Street in Little Italy.
Wow.
And when he was 9 months old, his parents took him back to Italy. So he went back there with a passport. He went back there as an American citizen.
Wow.
But he grew up there. And he came back to this country when he was 17 years old. Met my mother a year or two later and married her.
Wow, nice.
You know, and so my mother had we had seven, my mother and father had 7 kids, and we were all born here. And so, but they didn't speak English.
Right. Yeah, my grandparents didn't.
You know, so I learned Italian by listening to them, because they used to talk to us in Italian, and I used to repeat everything
Right.
in English. So we would translate, go back and forth. I would learn Italian, and they would learn English, and we were going back and forth. So that's how I learned how to speak Italian.
Have you ever been back over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to get over it. My father's house, where he was born, still stands there. We have cousins that live there, you know. And my father went back a bunch of times. He always wanted to take me, and like, boy, do I regret it.
Well,
you know, I mean, I just always on the road traveling. Yeah, next time, and that's one thing I regret. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you still got plenty.
Yeah,
Even though you got gray hair, you still got.
I'm gonna get over there.
You'll eventually get over there. As soon as you pull a little straw.
That's it.
Legitimately. You know, you say pull a little straw.
Yeah.
Use that term down in Little Italy.
Yeah.
You better keep your mouth shut, or they're gonna want a piece of that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And but I'll tell you, that's how and out of all 7 kids, all of us speak Italian except for one. That's my sister. She understands it, but she doesn't speak it fluently.
Right.
That's okay. We don't need her to speak fluently.
Right.
Because not all of us get along too good.
Beautiful language. I wish I would have. I know enough to get by, and since my dad
Do you
passed,
understand Italian?
Yeah, I mean enough to understand what they're talking about. But you know, my grandparents on both sides were born in Italy, so they didn't speak any English. My father spoke both, but growing up, I understood it more. You know, then you get away from it and kind of like lose the whole thing. You know.
Where'd you grow up in Jersey?
Right in Jersey. Yep. My whole life, same house, my whole life.
Oh, wow.
Right on a dead end street, and that's it, man. I'm right there.
Dead end streets.
My whole life.
Are crucial. You know.
And they're planning. I hope not, but there's woods on the end of the street, and they've been kind of talking about building homes there. I hope not. You know.
You find a lot of bodies in the woods.
Probably, but. You know, it's just nice. It's quiet and peaceful, and then all of a sudden they open up the road and all that. Things have changed.
They open up that road?
Well, I hope not. They're not supposed to on mine. Coming from the other end and put a cul-de-sac.
Oh boy.
You know, just my whole life it's just been quiet and all. Just the thought of that.
I wish I could say it about my neighborhood being quiet.
Yeah, I need.
In my neighborhood, you can't even go in the backyard. You're afraid to try to put a tomato plant back there. You never know what you're going to run across.
Yeah, but it's like you know, I love the city. I got place in New York too, but I like peace and quiet. It's too
so
busy
this is too
around
much
here.
for Manhattan.
It's busy. You know, I mean, like. It's great. I mean, there's definitely a vibe about being in New York. I love it. I mean, you know. I mean, you know everybody. You've been around, and you know, everybody knows you and stuff. It's like your neighborhood more or less. You know what I mean? So, but it's cool, man. I love it. The vibe is great. Every people from all over the world come to New York.
Yeah.
You know, it was in Times Square yesterday doing like some stuff, and I mean, just.
See, well, Jersey's nice for you because you like peace and quiet. And I live in Manhattan. And it was just the total opposite.
Right.
And I went to my brother's house to stay for a weekend one time. He lived in Bucks County in Pennsylvania.
Right.
I went to spend the weekend. I spent one night there. I got the hell out of there. You go to sleep at night. You hear crickets. You don't hear nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing. I couldn't deal with that.
Yeah.
I need noise like, give back my pocketbook.
Really?
Cars
Sirens,
beeping their horns and windows breaking and unbelievable.
I mean, that's okay, but I have a recording studio, so I'm hearing enough noise all day in there, music and singing and
so now you're looking for peace and quiet.
guitars and drums, and so like, you know, when I go back home in Jersey, there, man, I need quiet.
You need that rest, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, wait, you don't need me around you.
Yes, I do.
I'm afraid to call you.
That's why I wish I would have got you. I was lonely when I was at the airport. I wish I would have got your call. So at least I had somebody to talk to. I was alone in that airport, man. It was kind of tough.
One thing that you did right so far, since you didn't, I have his cell number. His wife told him, "Don't you ever give him our home number."
I don't even have a home. I got the cell. I don't even have the studio.
Lucky,
I got a landline in the studio.
Don't give him our home number.
She thinks you're a riot. She really does. And then I tell you, which was amazing when we were together having lunch that one day, and then somebody that she works with had a nice picture taken with you. I sent that to you, and they thought you were the nicest guy in the world. They had lunch with you, and
I don't know what hell it was.
but they said, boy, he was the nicest guy. He treated us to lunch years ago, and you met them, I guess, in Little Italy or something. And she told him I was with you, and right away he had to find the picture of him and his wife with you, you know. So that was pretty funny. But on the other thing, talking about Italy, God willing, for my 20th anniversary with my wife, that's where we want to go to Italy. Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're talking about people who you know, who you don't know. It was about a year, 2 years ago. Guy comes up to me in Little Italy, he goes, "Hey, Vinny, how are you? How you doing?" I said, "Yeah, I'm doing fine." He says, "You remember me?" I said, "For what?" He goes, "You took a picture of me, my wife, and my daughter."
25 years ago.
Wait, gets better. I says, "Hey, kind of look familiar." I said, "How long ago was that?" "Oh, that was about 8 years ago." 8 years ago. I take 100 pictures a day. 8 years ago. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. And I said, "Oh, yeah, sure. I remember. How you been?" I don't even know who the hell the guy was.
But that's being diplomatic, you know?
Yeah, well, I fell right into that one.
People get hurt, though. You know what I mean? Like, they feel, because you know what, you have that personality, you make people feel special. You know, it's just your nature.
I never want people to feel.
You know, but you do. I mean, you make everybody feel special and everything. So, you know, you're seeing 1,000 people a day. They're seeing you. So it was like, you know, how can you can't process all that. Like, all the people every day and who's saying hi, and you know, it's a different kind of. You know.
It is. But I never want people to feel that I don't remember them, I don't know them, or that they don't even look familiar. You know, I just want everybody to feel like. Remind me where we took the picture, if we ever take one. You know, but I love when people recognize me on the street. You know, I've been with other actors and actresses, and sometimes it's embarrassing when you're with them because they'll ask for an autograph or something from these other actors or actresses. They say, "No, not now,
Yeah.
You know, and they turn people down, and you know that's embarrassing. Not only embarrassing to you, to me, that he's turning the people down.
Right.
But I'm saying, I've been with people that haven't even done half the work I've done, and they turn people down. You know, I don't know, because if people, you wouldn't be where you are if it wasn't for these people.
Right, exactly. It changed your whole thought. Wait, well, I won't mention names, but this is going back at a Yankee parade a while back.
Yeah.
And my cousin, he owns a float business that builds and designs all the floats for all the parades in New York.
Yeah.
So we were in the parade route, and like I said, I won't mention the name, but my brother is a Yankee fanatic. And there was a pitcher on the float, and he kept saying, "Hey," with the baseballs, you know, "Hey, how about an autograph, hey, but he followed this pitcher forever. Nothing. Some girl comes up and goes, "Hey, would you sign?" "Oh, yeah." Like, I mean, it changed my brother's whole thought pattern towards this person. You know what I mean? You wouldn't give him, somebody who don't even know about baseball comes up probably and just goes, "Hey, one shot." "Oh, yeah. My brother's begging the guy."
I've never refused anybody, especially when they pull out a napkin or a tissue.
Right.
You know what
That's
I tell
wonderful.
them? I said, "You know what? I wanna give you an autograph. I'm afraid you're using a tissue or a napkin. You might wipe yourself with it or something, and you know you'll throw it away by accident. Do you have a phone? We'll take one on your phone. Oh, yeah,
Nice,
sure.
nice.
You know, I always mention the phone if they don't have a pencil
Yeah.
and paper.
You know what? I got to say too, because I even mentioned my mom and my wife to you, and every time I talk to you since then, you ask, "How's my mom?" Give her a hug. Say hi to your wife.
Give her a hug for me. Give her a
Really?
kiss.
Like, I mean, and it's, I know it's real. Like, you know, that's just, that's how I kind of grew up. That kind of thing, you know, you just like respect. But I think since you asked about my mom and all, hey, give her a hug, blah, 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 blah.
My mom
you
is
asked her-
94.
94, see? God bless her. Yep, thank you. Yeah, she's doing all right.
God bless her.
Yeah. You know, but up and down lately. But
I have
thank
fun
God
with
she's
these
all right.
old ladies.
Yeah.
When they say, "Oh, what a nice boy," and I said, "You remember me? I used to be a school teacher." You know, and make them smile, make them laugh, make them give me another hug. You know, you have to be good to people because what goes around comes around.
Absolutely right.
And I don't do this because I expect something back.
Right.
I do it because this is Vinny Vella.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I love people. I love being around people. I love giving people a hug, and I love when they remember me.
Right.
You know.
I don't think anybody will forget you, Vin.
No, I don't think
You
so
know?
either.
And I mean, the other thing, you have any other movies planned coming up, or would you like to do
Actually,
it? Or
I do. You know
Yeah?
what? It's funny because I don't remember. I don't know the name of it.
Wow. Well, you got The Irishman, but that's not out yet, right? The
Now
Irishman.
there's two Irishmen. There's
Yeah.
one, Kill the Irishman.
But The Irishman isn't out yet, right?
The Irishman isn't out yet.
Right.
And that'll be out the year 2019.
Oh, all right.
It's coming up pretty soon. And that's based on a true story, also with Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, all right.
You know. And so I.
But I mean, you want to stay in acting?
I'm sorry?
Would you like to stay in
Well,
acting,
let's
though?
put it this way. If they call me for a flick,
Right.
if I'm able to walk,
Right.
and if I'm able to go out there and do it, and if I like the part, I'll do it. I don't, there's some that I've turned down, because when I do a movie, I want to make sure that there's somebody in that movie or have scenes with somebody that has some work under their belt.
Right.
I don't want to just wind up with a rookie.
Right.
And there's someone they don't remember
Right,
their
right.
lines, or they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Yep.
That's going to make me look bad.
Right, sure.
So I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I got one that's coming up in March. I play a bad guy in the beginning, and I wind up becoming a real good guy.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's Vinny, but I was never a bad guy. Even though I played in movies, most of these movies that I played, I'm always a bad guy.
Right.
Or cursing somebody out, or doing something wrong, And, but the funny thing is that I'm always, they always got me killing somebody or roughing somebody up or doing something wrong or bringing down an empire, as I did in Casino.
Right.
the movie
Yeah.
Casino,
Yeah. Yep.
But I didn't mean to. In Casino, I was arguing with my brother-in-law, and I didn't realize that the FBI was bugging my produce market. That was it.
Right.
It was a bugging event.
Yeah.
Yep. And so I was blabbering off my mouth. And at one point, come towards the end of the movie, when they were crucifying everybody, getting everybody, arrested everybody, and then they referred to me as the balloon head.
Balloon head.
That balloon head. Should have gave a blueprint on what we were doing, because I blabbered my mouth off about everything, not knowing that the FBI was bugging my produce market.
Right.
And a lot of movies that I've done, I made mistakes in it, and they wind up keeping the mistakes.
Sometimes they work out better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So and I enjoy doing it.
Right.
I remember one funny part is I brought my mother and father to go see Casino because they didn't believe in movies and nothing. So my father, for the first time, he's going to a movie. It was in color, it was in sound. There was sound and a voice because the first movie that they ever went to was one movie years ago,
Wow.
silent film.
Wow.
Now all of a sudden, it's in color, it's in sound. So every time I came out, I said, "Ma, look, there I am." And by the time she would focus,
you were gone.
she would focus, put her eyes up on the screen. I was gone. And I was getting pissed off
that's
because I
funny.
wanted her to see me. And she's looking in her pocketbook for chocolates through the whole movie. So at one point, I was like pissed off. And I went, "Ma, look. And by the time she focused her eyes on the screen, she goes, "Oh, yeah, you're looking nice." I said, "Ma, that's freaking Sharon Stone." I said, "Shit, I'm not going to
That's
tell her
funny
nothing
stuff,
from now."
man.
And my father said,
Wow.
"You like her? What do you do?" I said, "You do. You look good." My mother, it didn't phase her too bit.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
Especially my
God
father.
bless him,
He
yeah.
got a kick
Are
out
they
of
both
everything.
gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
My
missed
father,
that.
we got the finger again. My father, 20 years, and my mother about less than 10.
Yeah. My father, 21, I guess.
1988.
1997, my dad.
1997,
Yeah.
a year before mine.
Yeah. But
So
better
I,
things to come, Vin, right?
I'm sorry? What?
Better things to come,
Oh, yeah.
right? And
So-
and I told you, I think prayer is the most important thing that we could do to get past all that. The fears, the health issues, everything. I don't know how you feel about prayer, but I believe it's really important.
Yeah, well,
You know?
I'll tell you, being nice to people, praying,
Yeah.
saying your prayers at
Yeah.
night. I'm not very religious, but I do pray.
Good.
And being nice to people, and it'll all come back in the long run.
Amen.
I mean, I know the long run. Here I am. I got cancer, I got all this other stuff, but I'm back.
But you're back.
But
And you'll
I'm
be
back.
back again and again and again and again.
There you go.